You are 19 years old. You work on a farm in Kansas. You fix tractors. You play baseball. You have a girl who smells like vanilla. You have a future. Then, the letter arrives. The United States government requires your service. Drafted. You don't know where Vietnam is on a map. You think you are going to be a hero. You think you are going to fight in open fields under the sun. You are completely wrong. Welcome to hell. You land at Tan Son Nut Air Base. The heat hits you like a physical wall. It is heavy. Wet. The air smells of burning diesel fuel, rotting vegetation, and sweat. You are assigned to the 1st Infantry Division, the big red one. You march into the dense jungle of Cu Chi. The enemy is a ghost, the Viet Cong. They don't wear uniforms. They don't march in lines. They strike from nowhere and disappear into the ground, literally into the ground. May. Your platoon is on patrol. The point man steps on a hidden trigger. A sharp crack, a flash of fire. 2 men are gone, just like that. The sergeant yells to fan out. You search the brush. You find it, hidden under a layer of dead leaves and a wooden board, a hole in the earth. It is tiny, no wider than a dinner plate. The sergeant looks at you. You are 5'4". You weigh 130 pounds. You are the smallest guy in the platoon. "You're up, kid," he says. You are no longer just an infantryman. You are a tunnel rat. The pref. You cannot wear your helmet. It won't fit. You cannot wear your flak jacket. It will get caught on the roots. You strip off your gear. You take off your shirt. You are left with 3 things. A standard issue flashlight, a K-bar combat knife, and an M191145 caliber pistol. No rifle. A rifle is useless in a dirt pipe. You tie a rope around your ankle. "If you pull twice, we drag you out," the sergeant says. He doesn't say what happens if you don't pull at all. You look down into the black square. It looks like an open grave. The descent. You slide your legs in, then your hips. You have to raise your arms to get your shoulders through. The moment your head drops below the surface, the world disappears. The sounds of the jungle fade away. No birds, no wind, no voices. Just the sound of your own heavy breathing. And the smell. It smells like wet clay, old urine, and decaying flesh. The heat instantly rises. It is over 100 degrees down here. Sweat pours into your eyes. You can't wipe them. Your arms are pinned tight against your sides. You turn on the flashlight. A weak yellow beam cuts through the dust. The tunnel is 3 feet high, 2 feet wide. You are on your hands and knees, crawling into the unknown. Level 1. You move inches at a time. The dirt walls press against your shoulders. Roots hang from the ceiling like dead fingers brushing your neck. Every shadow looks like a man with a gun. Every sound makes your heart slam against your ribs. You find a fork in the tunnel. Left or right? You look at the dirt. You see a small, almost invisible piece of wire stretched across the floor at ankle height. A tripwire, connected to a rusty French grenade buried in the mud. If you had crawled 1 inch faster, you would be red paste on the walls. Your hands are shaking violently. You take your combat knife. You carefully press the wire down into the mud and crawl over it. You hold your breath until your lungs burn. You survive. But the tunnel goes deeper. The squeeze. You reach a drop-off, a connecting hole to the 2nd level. It is even smaller than the 1st. You point your flashlight down. You can't see the bottom. You slide down head first. You get stuck. Your shoulders wedge tightly between the hard clay walls. You can't move forward. You can't move backward. Panic hits you, pure animal panic. The walls are crushing your chest. You can't breathe. The air is thick with dead oxygen and dust. You try to scream, but the dirt absorbs the sound. You force yourself to stop. You close your eyes. You exhale completely. All the air out of your lungs. Your chest shrinks just enough. You push with your toes. You slide free. You fall onto the second level. You are covered in mud and blood from scraped skin. You are 10 feet underground. The fauna. You crawl forward. Something drops from the dirt ceiling onto the back of your bare neck. It is cold. It is moving. A scorpion. You freeze. If you swat it, it stings. You let it crawl across your skin, over your shoulder, and drop to the floor. The Viet Cong leave surprises for the Americans. Fire ants, spiders, and the bamboo viper. They call it the two-step snake, because if it bites you, you take 2 steps and you die. You shine your light ahead. The tunnel takes a sharp right turn. You turn off the flashlight. The darkness is absolute. It is a physical weight pressing on your eyeballs. You listen. The dark. Total silence. Then, you hear it. A sound that makes your blood freeze. Breathing. Slow, steady breathing. Not your own. It is coming from just around the corner. 3 feet away. You are trapped in a dirt tube with an enemy soldier. He knows the tunnels. He has been living in them for months. He can see in the dark better than you. You slowly reach for your .45 caliber pistol. The metal is cold and heavy in your sweating hand. You pull the hammer back. Click. In the tiny space, the mechanical sound is as loud as a thunderclap. The breathing stops. He heard you. He knows you are there. The climax. You wait. Seconds feel like hours. Suddenly, a hand shoots out of the darkness and grabs your wrist. Strong, calloused, desperate. A knife slashes through the air, cutting your shoulder. You scream. You fire the pistol blind. Bang. The noise inside the small dirt tunnel is catastrophic. It feels like a bomb going off inside your own skull. The shockwave hits you physically. Your eardrums instantly rupture. Warm blood runs out of your ears. You are completely deaf. The muzzle flash blinds you. You kick wildly. You pull the trigger again. Bang. The grip on your wrist goes loose. A heavy body slumps against you in the narrow space. You can't hear. You can't see. You push the lifeless body away. You scramble backward. The escape. You crawl backward as fast as you can, tearing your skin on the roots. You don't care about traps anymore. You just need air. You hit the vertical shaft. You grab the rope tied to your ankle and pull frantically. 2 sharp pulls. Suddenly, you are being dragged upward, violently, through the dirt. Hands grab your shoulders. You break the surface. The blinding tropical sun hits your face. Your squad pulls you out. You lie on the jungle floor, gasping for air like a drowning man. The sergeant is yelling at you, but you can't hear him. You just see his mouth moving. You look at your hands. They are covered in black mud and red blood. You survived the tunnel, but a part of you never came out. The war is over. You are back in Kansas. You work on tractors. You have a quiet life. But you are not the boy who left. You don't go to movie theaters. You don't ride in elevators. You cannot be in a room with the door closed. You sleep on the floor of your living room, next to the open front door. Whenever the power goes out and the house goes dark, you hear it. The slow, steady breathing from the dirt wall. The war ended years ago. But for the tunnel rat, the tunnel never ends. Reality check. The Ku Chai Tunnel network was over 150 miles long. It had hospitals, weapon factories, and living quarters. The men who went into them were volunteers. Many never came back. They died from booby traps, asphyxiation, enemy fire, and cave-ins. There were no medals specifically for the tunnel rats. They fought the most terrifying battles of the war, completely alone in the dark. Myth versus reality. Myth. The Vietnam War was fought only in the jungles and rice paddies. Reality. A massive, strategic war was fought entirely underground, in total darkness. Myth. Technology and firepower always win the battle. Reality. In the tunnels, billion-dollar bombers were useless against a man with a knife and a shovel. Myth. When the soldier comes home, the war is left behind. Reality. Psychological trauma changes the architecture of the brain permanently. You went down into the earth as a soldier. You came back as a ghost. Next episode. The Plague Doctor. London, 1665. A city rotting alive. Masks of death. No cure, only fire. Or The Soviet Spy. Berlin, 1961. Shadows, microfilm, cyanide. History is brutal. We tell it without filters. Subscribe. Your nightmare is just beginning.